Hey guys, Karasif here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Henshin Belt Deluxe Vail Driver and Destream Driver unit from Kamen Rider Revice. This premium Bandai exclusive item is the belt used by Kamen Rider Vail to transform, as well as having parts that converts it into the belt of Kamen Rider Destream. Besides these two, it also includes a set of belt straps, a belt stopper, a set of Vistamp holders, and 3 Vistamps. So, let's get started! First off, we'll take a look at our 3 included Vistamps, starting with the Kabuto Vistamp. This is the one mainly used by Kamen Rider Vail to transform, and as you can see it has the Kabuto Mushi, or Rhino Beetle on it. So this one uses a white marble similar to the stamps used by Kamen Rider Demons, as well as a clear black casing and this nice metallic crimson for the beetle itself. Behind there, we have the engraved relief of Kamen Rider Vail, the stamper on the bottom. Then we have the standard sounds it makes on its own. The name announcement, stamping, and standby. Next we have the Hercules Vistamp, used by Kamen Rider Destream. This one is the only Vistamp to have this unique red marble to it, along with the blue casing and a golden Hercules beetle. You have the relief of Kamen Rider Destream in the background, and the stamper. Then the sounds it makes on its own. And despite how it may look, this actually uses the yellow light, not the green light, just that because it's going through the blue casing, it looks green to the naked eye. And third, we have the Komodo Dragon Vistamp. This one is interesting because whereas these two do come in the packaging for the Vail/Destream driver, this one comes in a separate box from the others, so it seems to be treated like a sort of pre-order bonus. Meaning, if you do buy the set, try and make sure you have one that also includes this stamp in it. So, this one has the standard blue marble with red and silver, and this one represents Master Rider Ryuki, as you can see back here. You have the stamper and the sounds. Next, we'll take a look at the Vail driver. So as you can see, this is a recolor and retool of the Demons driver, as in the context of the show, it's the prototype version. We bring in the Demon driver next to it. You can see that it shares the base body, but does of course change a lot of colors. Changes the black to red, changes the red stamp pad to black. The silver has now been changed to metallic orange for the bezel, and the muscle tubing has been changed from red to black. Now the biggest physical difference are the side pads. Whereas they're symmetrical and extend further out on the Demon's driver, they're asymmetrical on the Vail driver, with one having a more rounded bit, while the other being a bit more flat. It has a nice metallic bronze color, as well as some gunmetal to it. And you can see that on the side are also the connectors for attaching the Destream driver units. It takes the same amount of, I believe, 3 or 4 AA batteries back here. The power switch. And speaking of, we have the units right here, which are just these 2 simple pieces of blue plastic with some nice metallic blue gunmetal and gold paint to it. So with these, you just want to line up the connectors on the sides. to click into place. Now it's been converted into the Destream driver. Now there's the belt straps, which are standard silver belt straps with these standard black Vistamp holders. So we can secure these in the back. And there we have the fully completed belt. Moving on to electronics, we'll start by taking a look at the functions of the Vail driver. So we've got the power switch back here. If you take a look at the connectors on the side, you can see it doesn't seem to be any sort of mode change switch that the Destream driver unit would activate. And when you turn it on, it actually by default functions as the Destream driver. So to switch it to the Vail driver mode, you need to hold in the screen and then switch it on. Like so. We'll start the transformation, which is done in the same way as the Demon's driver. And then we have the transformation into Kamen Rider Vail. So one more time, this time up close. From there, we can use the Compatibility Vistamp for the finisher attack. Which is the Veiling Impact. Now with this, pressing down on the side panels normally will not do anything, as this doesn't have the genomix function that the Demon's driver and also the Destream driver have. But holding them will activate some voice lines. This switches it to the first voice mode, where it'll get voice lines from Vail. And I'll just be kind of giving you a sample of these, as I don't want to flood the video with too many voice lines. So then you can press and hold it to the second voice mode. So we can get a different set of voice lines now with a different animation. Additionally, when it's in the second and third voice line mode, using a voice sample will give you a different finisher attack. In this case, the Veiling Nova. Then you can also switch it to the third voice mode. And then if we press and hold, it'll get back to the first voice mode. You can also get an alternate transformation by using a voice stamp that's different from Kabuto. Then, with the driver units attached, we'll take a look at the functions of the Destream driver. So, this time we'll switch on normally.
Destream driver.
And like before, we'll start with the transformation. And once more with the close-up. And whereas visually, and in the general audio style of it, the transformation for Vail is similar to that of Demons, the transformation for Destream goes in a very different direction, so it stands out a bit more. Then we have the finisher attack. Which is the Destream finish. Then, we have the Genomix function, which functions in the same way as the Demon's driver. And also, like with the Demon's driver, you can add up to 4 Vistamps to the Genomix. So, next we'll use Komodo Dragon. After that, we'll add in a bonus Vistamp for this video, which is the Crocodile Vistamp, based on Kamen Rider Wizard. It's got a red and black color scheme. And this one is a weird one. This is one of those more obscure ones that I don't remember if it was via a movie ticket or like a clothing purchase. This is one I had to get separately from those. But we got the Stamper and the Solar Sounds. And for whatever reason, despite being a red and black Vistamp, it uses the green light. And the last one we'll add in is the Kong Vistamp. Then we can use the combined attack.
Next, Moa. Heracles, Counter-Dragon, Crocodile, Cog, Destream Nova.
Which is the Destream Nova. This one also has a voice line, which you also get by pressing hold down the side buttons. So here you get voice lines for Genta Igarashi, who transforms into Destream.
Next,
Although you actually have to,
Destream Driver.
well, actually rather than it being kind of voice mode, you basically press and hold the button each time you want to get a voice line.
みんなで袋に入ろう。ミキ、頼もしくなったな。はっはっ。俺がベイルと戦うことで違う道を示せるかもしれない。それが父親として俺ができる全てだ。待たせたな、ベイル。心配ないさ。あの子たちは俺なんかよりよっぽど強い。俺はもう一人じゃない。行くぞ、ベイル。変身。ヘラクルス。コントラクト。
In addition, there are 3 alternate transformation sounds within the Destream driver, depending on what type of voice stamp you use, which can be separated into 3 different categories. The first is by using one of the main 10 vice stamps of Revice. And something you might notice if you remember from my review of the Demons driver is that that Rex image looks a little bit different than the one seen there. And there are a certain set of vice stamps that have alternate colors and patterns within this belt. But that's something I'll save for a later video. The second kind is a standard vice stamp outside of the main 10. And the third kind is a power-up vice stamp. Now we take a look at their functions with the main belt. We can take a look at our Revice stamp functions with other belts and devices. Starting with the Revice driver. So we get the transformation for Kabuto Genome, which is, I think, the only standard vice stamp that actually sings the transformation. Then the semi-finish. and the remix. Then Hercules. There's a transformation, and a dynamic finish. And the remix. Then Komodo Dragon. And the sounding finish. And the remix. And lastly, Crocodile. And dynamic finish. And remix. After that, we'll use these with the Demon's Driver for a 4-stamp GMX. And then the Demon's Requiem. And finally, we'll use them with the Owen Buster for weapon finishers. And there we go. Overall, this is an excellent 2-in-1 belt. Had this just been released as the Vail driver, I think it would have been pretty underwhelming, as you can see that it technically has less functionality than the Demon's driver, even though it has voice lines, but I don't think those would be enough to make up for it. So what definitely helps sell it is the addition of the parts and the mode for the Destream driver, as you get two very different sound sets with different sounds and lights and just entirely different systems. And thanks to the Destream driver, you get a lot of the same different functions as the Demon's driver, but with different lights and sounds to go along with them. In addition, unlike with the Demon's driver, with this one, it comes with 3 Vistamps. So with the Demon's driver, though it only included 1, it did kind of expect that you'd have some other Vistamps by that point. But with this one, you already get a good amount of playability since it has 3 out of the box, or rather 2 in the box plus 1 bonus. And of course, you can use your other Vistamps that you've collected to get extra functionality. As for the Crocodile Vistamp, this is one that's going to run you a pretty penny on the aftermarket, so unless you're a diehard fan, I wouldn't recommend going after it unless you can get it for a really good deal. But as for the main belt itself, this is definitely one I can recommend even if you have a Demon's driver, because it really, despite being from the same base, is quite a different and quite exciting belt. Next time, I'll be taking a look at the Crimson Vail Vistamp. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is Karo50, riding off.